As we started this, education understanding is the key. Have the right posture. Your posture and energy is critical. Don't apologize. Plan to review to get better and better. Posture, energy, passion is what matters, and persistence pays. We talked about events versus effective versus ultimately effective. It's always going to be most effective to have a big event down to small events, and then online events are all kind of in one category, and then tools.
So remember, we are continuing from where we stopped. This week, we are dealing completely on invitation, how to become a professional invitation, how to get people to attend our event or our Zoom meeting. For example, the one we are having on Saturday in Ikeja. So how many of you have started inviting people? How many of you, if you know you've started inviting people for our Saturday events, go to the chat box and type 2. If you know you've started inviting people for our Saturday events, go to the chat box and type 2. If you know you've started. Beautiful, beautiful. So ensure you have nothing less than 10 persons present in our Saturday event. And it will also be wonderful if you as an individual is also present, because we'll be having partners meeting. Okay, so very, very important. Now, anybody, there's a special gift. Any partner that invites, that have up to 5 to 10 persons seated, there will be a free gift. There will be a gift. There will be a free gift I'll be giving the person right there and there in the seminar, in the seminar conference hall. So partners that invite up to 5, 10 persons will be receiving special gifts from Eminent Augusta. So let's continue. We are on how to invite professionals, how to get people attend our Zoom meeting. And once again, before we continue, I really want to congratulate Madam Eunice. Yesterday, she did a wonderful job. In fact, almost everybody, I didn't say all, almost everybody that connected yesterday were her invitees, okay? So let's get started.
Are something that people can easily digest in order to be able to do it, so long as you get them to do it. The key is getting them to do it. And we're going to talk about that. So let me go to some questions. Go up just a bit. Right. You say, RT says, you say don't stop, stay persistent. How long before you may damage a friendship? I have a couple friends I've been working on for months. I can't get them to sit down with me for 15 to 20 minutes. Well, first of all, it doesn't need to be every 2 seconds. You say, listen, all I want you to do is understand what I have. It'll take 15 minutes. I don't want to bother you. And you know, if this is bugging you, it kind of bugs me that you won't take 15 minutes to take a look at something that I think is going to help you. I just want you to understand it. And if every day is getting annoying, then back off and touch base every 30 days or something. One thing that worked really well for me, for people who are highly resistant, is I'd send them an email or they'd no-show me, and then they wouldn't call me back, or something would happen. And I would repeatedly send them a message with no response. You ever got that? And then I would send them a message that went something like this. It was one of 2 different forms. One form is, it makes me sad that you're not even calling me back after we had this conversation. I thought we had a better friendship than that. But I won't bother you anymore. This is the last message. You know, there won't be another one. And wish you the best. And most of the time they're going, yeah, gosh, I was kind of not really a good friend. And then they call you.
Did you hear that?
The other is,
he said, when you invite someone to attend a meeting and they didn't show up, or they attended, they didn't get back to you, this is what you say to them. Let me rewind it a little bit. Let's be attentive, please.
And if every day is getting annoying, then back off. And I have a couple friends I've been working on for months. I can't get them to sit down with me for 15 to 20 minutes. Well, first of all, it doesn't need to be every 2 seconds. You say, listen, all I want you to do is understand what I have. It'll take 15 minutes. I don't want to bother you. And you know, if this is bugging you, it kind of bugs me that you won't take 15 minutes to take a look at something that I think is going to help you. I just want you to understand it. And if every day is getting annoying, then back off and touch base every 30 days or something. One thing that worked really well for me, for people who are highly resistant, is I'd send them an email or they'd no-show me and then they wouldn't call me back or something would happen. And I would repeatedly send them a message with no response. You ever got that? And then I would send them a message that went something like this. It was one of two different forms. One form is, it makes me sad that you're not even calling me back after we had this conversation. I thought we had a better friendship than that. But I won't bother you anymore. This is the last message. You know, there won't be another one. And I wish you the best. And most of the time they're going, yeah, gosh, I was kind of not really a good friend.
Do you hear that? That when you try inviting some people can be highly resistant. Remember, we are studying different kinds of human beings and how to approach and respond to them. So some people can be very difficult to invite. So when you as long as you're consistent inviting them either to watch a video or to attend Zoom meeting or to come for a live event and they are not responding, just send them a message telling them that this one, that they are not even responding to your messages. You thought that your friendship with them is bigger than this, that all you wanted them to do is just understand what you have to offer them just for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. But anyway, that this message you're sending is the last message. I wish you all the best in life. Do have a great and wonderful day. Stay well. Now, this message is going to prick them. Our friendship shouldn't be affected by just my attitude. Some of them will call you back.
And then they call you. The other version was, I hope everything's okay. Because I can't imagine you just blowing me off. So something must have happened. I hope it's not a serious health issue. I hope there wasn't a car accident. I hope something bad didn't happen. And
so this is another phase. You can send them a message saying, hello there, how are you doing? This one you're not replying me. I hope everything is well. I hope all is well. Hope you are not having any health issue. Hope there's no challenge. This is a way of getting them to respond to you, because if you notice what we are doing here is showing genuine sincerity and care towards them, other than the information that you want to get them to do or to understand or to see.
And usually they'll connect that way. But if they run the other way, that's usually a sign of psychic damage of some previous experience. They've had some previous experience, or you're just being so aggressive that it's all about you and it's not about them. So plan to review in all of these things. You're not going to get it perfect. There's some people that I tried to talk to that never took a look, ever. I could not get through to. I didn't have a big enough hammer. I didn't have enough credibility, or it just wasn't going to work out. And that's okay. You know, that doesn't have to haunt you, but overall, talk to enough people that you're not so overly needy of any one particular one.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He said, when you're having a conversation, make your conversation about them, not about you. People, human beings are social beings. When they sense that sincere and genuine concern of you towards them, it's not as if 100% will respond, but a good deal of 85% will respond to you. Very, very important. A good deal. It's just like what happened yesterday. And let's stop showing that we are desperate. See, remember, you're a solution provider. You have a great value in your hand. You don't beg people. So don't appear desperate to them. If you appear desperate and needy to them, many of them will not respond. Remember, it's from your mindset. You're a solution provider. What you're bringing to them is of great value. You are the one doing them a favor, not them doing you a favor. You are trying to help them. Okay? So please, when your prospects of following up or getting someone to attend, Don't show desperation. Yesterday, Madam Eunice had she's not here, I wish she was here. She had a case whereby someone was discouraging the person that she was supposed to connect to sign up. And she told me, please call this person. Someone is trying to discourage the person. I didn't call. I just stayed calm. Why? I'm not begging the person to join. I'm the one doing you a favor. I'm the one sacrificing my time to help you. So guess what? I didn't say anything. But finally, the woman used her hand to call me and said, please, I really want to see you. Why? Because I am a solution provider. I'm the one doing my prospect a favor. I'm ready to work. See, when people hear that you are ready to hold them by the hand to support them, they will not want to take that for granted. We are social beings. All of you here. You are here today because you are seeing me doing what I'm doing for you. You are here today because everything I'm doing is geared towards your success. And that's why you stick with me. So when you're prospecting, trying to invite people, have this attitude of, I'm doing you a favor. I want to help you. So don't appear needy or desperate. No. Be a professional, okay?
The more you're talking to, the more you're connecting with, the more you're building with, the more you're having conversations with, the less that one that says no is going to be a big deal for you. All right. Just remember, Lovett says, while being persistent, to keep them friends and be a friend, not just milk them as a prospect. Totally agree.
You hear that? While you are prospect in a way that you will still maintain friendship with them. And the only way you can maintain friendship with them and making them not to be scared of you and staying away is when you are giving them value, when you are showing genuine concern. For example, Monday mornings, you can check up on them. Tuesday mornings, you can send them value. Wednesday, for example, Monday morning, check up on them. Don't say anything about the business. That's people you've prospected to people. Tuesday, invite them for business. Wednesday, add value to them. Just keep acting as in your everyday conversation with them shouldn't be, come here, this business. Shouldn't be business. No. Learn how to add value. Learn how to ask them questions. Check up on them. Let them sense your genuine concern towards them. But remember, do not beg or act desperate.
Friend them on Facebook, stay connected. Keep going. Don't forget to congratulate them on events in their lives, birthday wishes, anniversaries. Yeah, but I mean, that's gotten a little stale too. Facebook reminds everybody when it's their birthday and their friend. And if you just do a Facebook message, that's one thing. If you send them a text message on their birthday, that's a different thing. Send them a little video that says happy birthday, that's a completely different thing. Try not to just, I get 8 trillion birthday wishes, and I'm grateful for them, but it's not the same as it was that first year that Facebook did that. That was pretty cool. And then you kind of go, okay. Your company has a quarterly rally, which is today. You're excited all over again. Imagine if you had some prospects there. What do you pack into the 15 minutes? We'll talk about that. Can you overcome psychic damage? Absolutely. We can talk about that if you like. I didn't know that saying "love it" to the goatee would make my chat name Love It. But I think your Love It is a good name. That should be your new nickname. Everybody should introduce you as Love It now, like McLovin. That's kind of like that. So what's your real name, Love It? Type that in there. If it's McLovin, I'm going to freak out. So other people were asking about tools, talking about sizzle calls. Let me talk to you about some tool campaigns that I've done over the years and that have worked really, really well. I've been good at this. I got really, really good at video and audio, and I got good at sizzle call, which is another form of audio. Neely, you have to get like a Love It t-shirt now. Yeah, Lauren says you have to get t-shirts that say Love It on it with an exclamation point. My volume just dropped. It's saying, can we raise it up a little or no? We're checking. Check. Is the screen black for everybody? Refresh if you need to, Ted. Everything seems to be good. All right, cool. All right, let's talk about these different campaigns for a moment. And then we're going to come back to inviting to these via text message, phone message, and in person. First tool campaign that I did was video. This was about 1990 or so. A VHS tape. And I was with a company, they came out with this tape, it was so good. And our leader said, all you got to do is get in front of somebody, push play on the tape, and at the end of the video, just ask them if they saw an opportunity. So that's what we did. And we went crazy with this to the point that eventually we made our own little tape, which was called, take me down memory lane. The solution for the 90s. I should show it to you sometime. The solution for the 90s. This was a videotape that, you know, back then cost like $7. People would buy 100 of them. And we taught people to invite to the tape, all about passion, enthusiasm, invite to the tape, play the tape with them at all times if possible. If not, we had trainings on how to invite them to watch it and follow up with them to make sure that they watched it. And then we had a follow-up sequence after that. And that follow-up sequence usually was 3-way phone call to an event, typically, okay? That was the first one that worked for me. Second one was audio. Let me see if I can remember the audio name. It was the name of the company, a career choice. That was the name of the company. That was the name of the audio cassette. It was a little audio cassette, and I miss audio cassettes because it was such a great tool. It's so much more tangible than a link. But audio cassette, and it had a little paper sleeve on it, and people would put their name and their phone number on the paper sleeve. And people would, on one side was me doing about a 20-minute presentation. Company, product, compensation plan, timing, call to action. 17, 18, 20 minutes. On the other side was testimonials from people inside the company. And we had a massive campaign to get people to, what we did with this.
See, guys, if you're understanding what he's saying, what he's trying to do is everybody gets creative. All of you are creative beings. Don't wait till Eminent Augusta tell you this is what you do, this is what you do. You can become creative and start running things. How do you take risks? The Millionaire School, yes, we are guiding you professional, but become creative. Don't keep waiting. Eminent Augusta has not asked me to start being creative. Think of a way of wowing your audience, your prospect. Think of a way of being so passionate and enthusiastic. Think of a way of getting them so excited to watch the video. Think of a way of getting them so excited to attend Zoom meeting. Think of a way of getting them so excited to attend an offline event. Don't stop waiting for, I can't teach you everything, guys. You are a creative being. Remember, you have God DNA in you. You have God's nature in you. So stop waiting for Eminent Augusta to tell you, oh yeah, do this. All of you now, when you invite someone for Zoom meeting, are you waiting for me to remind you, oh yeah, go and say thank you for your time? Use the appreciation message. No, now. You are a supreme being. While I'm teaching, good and fine, wonderful, be learning and be acting on what I'm teaching us. But at the same time, become creative. Become creative on knowing how to build your business and go about it in your unique way. You have a creative imagination. You have a powerful mind. Many of you, after Zoom meeting, you don't even thank the people that you invited. You don't say thank you. You don't use the thank you message. You don't even use the follow-up message. So look at what he's saying, that outside what their company is teaching, he had to think of a creative way to do or to captivate people's attention, to get them excited, to get them to watch the video beginning to end, to get them to attend a live event. Guys, let's be creative, be aggressive. Our goal this month for each and every one of us is to get just 5 persons connecting to your business this month. Just 5. That's the goal. And you know, our business is a number game. The more, if you are to get 5 persons connecting this month, it means that this month you must expose your business to at least nothing less than 50 people. Start counting, start giving record. Creatively do things, creatively ask, okay, this is what came to my mind. Is it okay? Can I go about it this way? Don't stop waiting for Eminent Augusta to use spoon and be feeding you. No, that's not entrepreneurship. We all are adults here. While I'm doing my own role, teaching us, working with us, become creative in doing, as in become creative in adding your own flavor, your own, as in, yes, now, even if you make mistake, you learn, or you can do, just like there was a day Mr. Simon sent me a message, okay, and something, I saw the way you say we should do this, but in my own way, I decided to have it this way. Is it okay? Take a look at it. I looked, I said, well, wow, it's wonderful. Go ahead. Become creative, guys. Radical, be radical. This month, expose our business to nothing less than 50 persons. Either they are watching video, you are ensuring they are watching video, you are ensuring you are getting them started. Always say what I say. Be bold to use my audacious claim, because it's me that it's coming back to. Someone was like, this person said, what guarantee can I give? I said, tell them, use the 1 million naira guarantee. Be bold, listen. When you listen to what I say in presentation, be bold to say it to people. I am your leader. So please, let's be creative. While we are learning and acting, become creative. Stop waiting for Eminent Augusta to spoon-fed you. That's what all of you, don't forget, you have God's nature in you. You have God's DNA. You have a powerful imagination that you can create. And you are very creative. You have a creative mind. So add the flavor from your creative mind. Do it. If you make mistake, you learn. You can do and even show me, this is what I want to do. Is it okay? How do you learn? See, if you don't start practicing, see, it's not about learning. Action, practice. Do it your own way. If it didn't work, tweak it. That's what it means to be a risk taker and entrepreneur. Flexing your entrepreneur muscle while you are learning. Don't just be someone that is just consuming, learning. No, act. If you keep learning without action, guess what? You're going to have a bloated stomach. You constipate. Imagine someone eating food without passing out stew. The person is dead now. So that's what I'm trying to tell us today. Please, that's the message I just picked from what Eric Warren is saying.
We had people get 100 audios, and it was like 40 cents for an audio cassette. So what is that? For 100 of them, 40 bucks? Yeah, $40. So $40 for 100 of them. And we told them to put 100 of those into 100 people's hands in their first 7 days. And we gave them an invitation script, essentially, in order to be able to hand those out. And I'll talk to you about that script in a moment. But it was essentially, hey, I've got a really cool audio tape that's got an amazing message. If I give it to you, will you listen to it? Say yes. They say, when do you think you could listen to it for sure? They say, well, I'll listen to it the next time I drive. All right, fantastic. So if I call you after that, you'll listen to it for sure, right? What's the best number and best phone number, best time for me to call? All right, I'll talk to you then. Here it is. And we taught them how to do that 100 times in their first 7 days, and then 2 a day after that. Okay? The invitation to the video was very similar. I've got this video that's literally been life-changing for me. It's entertaining, but it's super powerful. It might even help you make some money. If I gave you this video to watch, would you watch it? It's about 20 minutes long.
Did you hear that face? Don't give people video, or don't give people video to watch carelessly. Be intentional. Ask them, make them hunger for it. If I should give you this video to watch, if I should give you this video, that if I is a powerful word. If I should give you this video to watch, would you watch it? You are getting them to make a decision to say, yes, I will. It's not just you. Okay, please see this video, watch. You are begging them for what? They won't watch it. Or you just post a video, watch this. They will not watch it. But when you get them committed to say, when you ask them, if I send this video, will you watch it? But remember, before sending the video, get them excited to see the video. Talk about where you were. Talk about your vision. Talk about the NGO, what we help people to achieve. Talk about how we are helping you. Talk about your transformation. Talk about people's testimony. Then, as in, be excited about it and say, oh yeah, if I should give you this video, will you watch it? Then what time will you watch it? Write it down. So if I should call you 1 hour after this time, it means you've watched it completely. They'll say yes. Then you now say, okay, you send them the video. When you send them the video, you tell them, please, I would like to know what you love best once you're done watching the video. Don't tell them, tell me what you think. If you can't ask them, tell me what you think, they'll tell you that you are getting them to say something negative about the video. No. When you send them the video, leave a message. I would love to know what you love best about this project. That's how to do it.
When do you think you could see it? They say yes. When do you think you could see it for sure? I could see it tonight. 2 a day after that. Okay. The invitation to the video was very similar. I've got this video that's literally been life-changing for me. It's entertaining, but it's super powerful. It might even help you make some money. If I gave you this video to watch, would you watch it? It's about 20 minutes long. When do you think you could see it? They say yes. When do you think you could see it for sure? I could see it tonight. So if I call you tomorrow morning, you'll see it for sure, right? Yeah, I'll see it by tomorrow morning. All right, what's the best number, best time for me to call? All right, here it is. If I say, hey, if I give this to you, will you watch it? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not giving it to you. I mean, we taught them, don't give it out until they agree that they're going to watch it. I don't care when. Yeah, I'll watch it. When do you think you could see it for sure? This weekend. I'm really busy until this weekend. All right, fine. So if I call you after the weekend, you'll see it for sure, right? You hear where I'm getting the commitment? It's way different. It says, please watch this video. Please listen to this audio. Okay? Now, third, this one was incredibly successful. This one was a game changer. The audio one was a game changer. We moved in my little downline alone, 500,000 audio cassettes in 6 months. That was when I had my biggest first explosion of growth, which was, I went from a 6-figure earner to a 7-figure earner in a little more than 1 year. Game changing. It was working everywhere. Those audio cassettes were everywhere. You literally saw them everywhere. They're on. People went to gas stations and put them on the top of gas stations. They left them in the pockets and in airlines. They were in the rental cars in the glove box. I mean, they were everywhere. People were getting those and signing up. It was incredible. This was a game changer for me. And then the third one that worked really well for me is a sizzle call. A sizzle call. And this is a recorded version of this. This was just a recorded version of this. If you go to freeconferencecall.com, you can get your own phone number, your own local number, and you can put a recorded message onto that number. And let me tell you how it came about for me. How it came about for me.
So when you talk about audio calls, you can decide to run adverts. See, guys, be hungry and ask questions. I want to start doing this in Men's Augusta. How do I start? You can start designing banner. Plan for your project 500, where you gather quality people. Design a banner, me and you. You can decide to do it online, to run an advert, design a banner, do Facebook, this thing, gather contacts. Let's run, then run it via Zoom, me and you. or you and your upline and me, whichever way. You can decide to run a radio advert, audio. People will send message, hey, I'm interested, I want to know more. Then you now use what you've learned to invite them for Zoom meeting. Become creative, ask questions. That banner I did for our presentation in the night, you can decide to get a graphic design. Okay, please design this, add my own name. Just add my own name. Okay, put value. Do you want it offline or do you want it online? Run a campaign. Let's become creative. Let's become aggressive. Let's become audacious. A campaign you can run online, paid advert or offline. Gather crowd. While you are doing, ask questions. Okay, this is what I want to do. What's the next step? How do I do this? Let's become radical. The year is going. Your radicality determines your results. So while we are learning, let's become radical, radical, radical. Make mistake, learn. That's the fastest way I learn. While you are tweaking, ask question. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Is it okay? What do you think? Can I go ahead? Come on, guys, let's become radical.
I was in the middle of a big launch with my company, and I was in the middle of a 90-day game plan. Hardcore, hard push 90-day game plan. And during that 90-day game plan, I was doing all the presentations. I would just say, put people on the phone with me, put them on the phone with me. And it was so exhausting to have every single person that put somebody on the phone with me. I'd have to start from zero. I'd have to start and say, well, let me tell you about the company. Let me tell you about the product. Let me tell you about the opportunity. Let me tell you about the compensation plan. Let me tell you about the timing. So my voice was destroyed after like 90 days. So I said, this is not working. So let me make a recorded message that was essentially the same thing that I did here, but I made it about 7 minutes long. I said, hi, this is Eric Worre. I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to listen to this special message. The person who asked you to listen to this thinks a lot of you, which means a lot to me. So let me tell you a little bit about this business that we are a part of and we'd like you to learn more about. In my experience as an entrepreneur, I've learned how to evaluate opportunities. And the best way I know is to take a look at 5 key elements if you're evaluating any opportunity. The first element that you want to evaluate is the product that the company provides. And you want to ask some specific questions. Does the product have a need? Is there a need for the product in the marketplace? And with our product, it's absolutely there's a need. Does the product fit the need? You know, is there a need, number one, and does our product fit the need, number two? Does it create a solution for people? Number 3, is it priced to sell? Is it competitively priced in the marketplace compared to the benefits that it brings? And number 4, is it priced for profit? Is there enough money so the people get a fair price, but still the people involved in distribution make some money? And when I took a look at our products, and here's what they are, this, and this, I think you'll agree with me that there's a need, our product fits the need, it's priced to sell, and it's priced for profit. So I ticked off the product box. Second box I took a look at was the company. It doesn't matter how good the product is, if the company isn't solid. Let me tell you a little bit about the company. When I did my due diligence, I checked on the stability, I checked on the management team, I checked on their cash flow and ability to grow into markets. I checked on their track record to see how good they are at doing what they've been doing and how long they've been doing it. And when I balanced all the measurements of long-term track record versus early opportunity, I found a perfect blend. I thought people who really cared, people could deliver on what they say that they're going to do, and people create a support system to be able to help me. And ultimately, if you decide to take a stronger look, help you grow your business. So product was a check mark opportunity was a check mark for me. Third thing I take a look at was the compensation plan. All this stuff is great, but if I'm not getting compensated for my time, then I'm not going to be interested in taking a look at this as an opportunity. So what I saw when I took a look at their compensation plan is I could get involved for very, very low cost, that my function inside of the business was number one, to sell these products to customers, to build a team of other people who are doing the same thing, build a network of other people doing the same thing, get some leverage. And three, use my leadership to increase the productivity of that team. And with their compensation plan, I found a way, and I'm confident when you get your homework done on this, you'll realize that this is a way to create significant part-time income with a very flexible schedule, to grow that into serious part-time, maybe even full-time income. And for those of you like me that really want to hit this hard and take advantage of this opportunity in a big way, there's an opportunity to get wealthy. So that's what I saw with the compensation plan. I highly encourage you to get back to the person who asked you to listen to this audio and get your questions answered on the compensation structure. I'm confident you're going to be impressed. So those first three, product, company, compensation plan, checked out for me. Fourth was support. What kind of support would be available if I got involved? And let me tell you about what the company does with events, company does with back office, company does with tools, the upline support of the team, people like me that are invested in your success. I found that there's an unbelievable support system, especially compared to the amount of money I'm investing in starting a business. And the fifth thing I took a look at was timing. Was this the right time? And in my opinion, this is the perfect blend between stability of company and still incredible upside. Like in real estate, it's location, location, location. In business, a lot of time it's timing, timing, timing. And I think the timing here is unbelievable. And then I would recap the five things. The product is spectacular. The company is credible. The compensation plan is exciting. The support is unparalleled. And the timing is spectacular. And then I would put a little call to action. I don't know if this opens your eyes to something particularly different, but here's what I would suggest that you do. Try our products, find out more about our company, find out more about our compensation plan. And if you're available, I would love to talk to you personally. The person who asked you to listen to this can get me on the phone and you can get more of your questions answered. So I hope this little brief overview gave you a better understanding of what it is that we're doing and where we're going. And if I have a chance to work with you in the future, I would enjoy doing that. All right. So thank you for listening to me. Have an amazing day. Get back with who asked you to be on the call. Got it? So that was essentially my script. That was essentially my script. And I think that script would work with all of you, every single one of you, with every single one of your opportunities. That basic flow would work for you. I don't know how long that was. How long was that about?
How many of you got the scripts? How many of us got the scripts? If you got the scripts, go to the chat box and type 1. If you want me to rewind, go to the chat box and type 2. Should I rewind what he said about the scripts? If you want us to rewind, go to the chat box and type 2. If you know you got the script, go to the chat box and type 1. Okay, let me rewind. Let me rewind.
5. You can get more of your questions answered. So I hope this little recap the 5 things. The product is spectacular. The company is credible. The compensation plan is exciting. The support is unparalleled. And the timing is spectacular. And then I would put a little call to action. I don't know if this opens your eyes to something particularly different, but here's what I would suggest that you do. Try our products, find out more about our company, find out more about our compensation plan. And if you're available, I would love to talk to you personally. The person who asked you to listen to this can get me on the phone and you can get more of your questions answered. So I hope this little brief overview gave you a better understanding of what it is that we're doing and where we're going. And if I have a chance to work with you in the future, I would enjoy doing that. All right. So thank you for listening to me. Have an amazing day. Get back with who asked you to be on the call. Got it? So that was essentially my script. That was essentially my script. And I think that script would work with all of you, every single one of you, with every single one of your opportunities. That basic flow would work for you. I don't know how long that was. How long was that about? 5, 6 minutes, something like that. I'll get it scripted out. I'll do it a few times. These days, can we do a sizzle video? Yeah, you could. Sizzle audio sometimes works a little better. Can we get it scripted, the sizzle call? This is just literally off the top of my head from what I did a million trillion times. But here's what, let me tell you how I use this. I taught my team to every day, I want you to get somebody to listen to that sizzle call. You know, get 25 people, get 10 people, get 5 people, whatever the number is, to listen to that sizzle call and then try and set up a three-way call with me. That was what I told my team. And it was my voice on it, and they could introduce me to them doing it. That sizzle call made me so much money, you can't even imagine. That sizzle call was amazing. Could you make a sizzle video? Sure. But the reason why a sizzle call worked really well for me is I call you up, I get you on the phone, text you, whatever, I get you on the phone, say, do you have 7 minutes? Do you have 5 minutes? Whatever. Do you have 6 minutes? The person says, sure, hold on. And you could three-way into the sizzle call and stay on the phone with them while they listen to it. And as soon as they're done, they say, well, what'd you like best about what you heard? And move forward. And it's really immediate. Goes really, really fast. Okay. And you have a little bit of accountability. Can you do that with a video? Sure. People are asking for the script. I probably just need to write it for you. It's just another project. Just another project, Marina, to write out that script where people can fill in the blanks. But I think that would be a good tool for you. But in the meantime, just start. Okay. So have somebody call a local number and listen to that recorded message, and then get on a three-way call with you. These 3 worked incredibly well for me. Now, I've also done campaigns and inviting people to home parties, home meetings. I've done major campaigns inviting people to home meetings. So I'm going to teach you how to invite to all of these different things. How do you invite to a home meeting in a way that works? How do you invite to events? How do you invite to two-on-one, one-on-one, these type of calls, these type of tools? Let's start with the tool, and then we'll work backwards into events. Tool, it's all about a basic invite, which usually around is well. Let me put it this way. I have a resource for you. If you don't already have this, you should get it. The Ultimate Memory Jogger is a resource for you. If you go to networkmarketingpro.com/memory, networkmarketingpro.com/memory, you can download this workbook. This workbook is a memory jogger. It'll help you think of all the people that you know, but it also has the recruiting scripts in there, the invitation scripts in there, all the different kinds of invitation, direct, indirect, and super indirect invitation scripts that we'll go to and we'll talk about in here. Now, for tools, I think about the best way to do this. I'm gonna go through the flow of an invite to a tool. You can determine what that tool is. And nobody is allowed to call Neely Neely. Her name is not Neely, it's Lovett, right? You're not allowed to call her Neely, ever. It's her new nickname. Anyway. I'm going to get to the actual invite and the structure of the invite, and then I'm going to go to the custom entry points. Okay. If I were you, if I gave you this link, would you go and check it out? If I gave you this audio, audio link, would you listen to it? If I gave you this number, would you call and listen to the message? If I gave you this product, would you try it out? If I gave you this brochure, would you go through it? If I gave you this webinar replay link, would you watch it? If I would you. If I would you is really, really important. If I implies that I'm not going to, unless you agree to do something first. It also says it's reciprocal. It says, I'm willing to do something first. If I do this for you, will you do this for me?
Did you hear that? The power of if I, would you? If I don't do things freely for people. Now, for example, when you see people, when you send my prospecting video and people are excited, I tell them, if I'm able to, always learn how to do Iyanga for people because you are the one doing them a favor. If I'm able to book a VIP reservation for you with one of our masterminds, will you attend it? 7:30. There is no slot. It's difficult to even obtain a slot to speak with the mastermind or to even attend their meeting. But if I do that, would you? Guys, learn how to do Iyanga when you are inviting people in a professional way. If I, would you? If I should give you this video to watch, would you? Would you watch it? If I should be able, if I should book a Zoom call with our masterminds, would you attend? Don't make it as free. Oh, it's open for everybody. No, make them to see that it's scarce. Don't make it so free. Make them see that it's scarce, that it's a privilege for you to do that for them. Using that word, if I, would you? If I should get our masterminds to give you a special offer, will you take advantage of it? That's following up. If I get our mastermind to create a special offer for you that can help you enroll in this project fast, if I should do that, would you take it? Learn how to use that word, if I, would you. That word is a word we use as in you're doing Iyanga, like getting people know that you are not begging them or you are the one doing them a favor.
So it fits our structures versus will you do this for me is will you watch this for me? It doesn't have the same feel as if I give this to you, it's very valuable. Would you then watch it? So if I would use when you can start. When do you think you could do that for sure? When do you think you could do that for sure? And wait for the answer, whatever that answer is. If I give you this link, would you go click on it? When do you think you could do that for sure? Wait for the answer. And say, I don't know. I said, well, just give me a time because I want to make sure. Don't go past this step until you get an answer to this question. If I give you this tool, whatever the tool is, will you consume the tool? Will you watch the tool? Will you listen to the tool? Will you read the tool? Whatever it happens to be. Will you do it? Yes, I will. When do you think you can do it for sure? I'll do it tonight. You'll get a lot of that. I'll do it in the next couple of days. You'll get some, I don't know when I'm going to do it. Say, look, I'm busy, you're busy. Just give me a time, you'll do it for sure. Be conservative. I'll do it by June 1st. Doesn't matter what the date is. Okay? Just get the answer. When do you think you can do it for sure? Then you are so if I call you after that, you'll have done it for sure, right? They say I'm going to do it tonight. So if I call you tomorrow morning, you'll have done it for sure, right? If they say June 1st, so if I call you on June 2nd, you'll have done it for sure, right? Got it? What's the best number and time for me to call? What's the best number and time for me to call? If I would you, wait for an answer. When can you do it for sure? Wait for an answer. If I call you after that, you'll have done it for sure, right? Wait for an answer. What's the best number and time for me to call? Wait for an answer. Once you get the time and number, say, okay, cool. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Gotta go. See ya.
So guys, this script you just gave is for when you invite someone to watch a video. Remember, you introduce yourself professionally. I'll teach us about that. Then when we come to presentation, then you must say exciting things. Get them excited to watch the video by saying your vision, how you got connected, the impact you're having in your life, people's testimonial, as in say a lot of great things. Then get them excited to watch the video. Now, once they're excited to watch the video, you now tell them, don't just give the video. You tell them, if I should give you this video, would you watch it? Or if I should book a Zoom meeting call, a Zoom call with our mastermind, will you watch it? If I should obtain a reservation for you to go and have a one-on-one face-to-face consultation with our mastermind, for example, our event in Ikeja on Saturday, would you attend? Now, you now ask them, when for sure are you, as in when, for example, they say, I'll watch the video, you now say, when for sure will you watch it? What time for sure will you be very sure you watch it? They say, okay, 9 p.m. You know, say, okay, if I should call you by 10 p.m. or by 10:30 p.m., will you have watched that video for sure? Or if I should call you by 9 p.m., would you have attended the live Zoom meeting for sure? They will not say yes. You now say, okay, what is the best time and number to call you afterwards? This script can even be used mostly for video call. The beginning, if I would you, can be used both for video, face-to-face meeting, live meeting, or Zoom meeting. But when for sure is used when the person is watching the video. If I should call you 10:30, will you have watched that video for sure? They'll say yes. You now ask them, what is the best time to call you? Is it okay to call you in that midnight? Or should I call in the morning? Or what number should I use in reaching out to you that is convenient for you? Then they'll tell you, now say, okay, congratulations. I would love to know what you love best after watching the video. Bam. You see, you've committed them, their spirit to watching. And when they are watching it, they'll be looking for, hey, what do I like? They'll be looking out for positive things that they like so that they can give you a feedback. They can give you a report of what they like.
Now, there's different invitations up here. Now, when we're doing an invite, I'm going to talk about phone call and face-to-face first. And then I'm going to talk about text messaging, because phone call and face-to-face is a little bit more challenging. Takes a little bit more skill. So we're going to talk about that skill. Texting is a little simpler, but if you follow these same basic principles, you're going to do well. So there's 3 different kinds of invitations. There is direct, there is indirect, and there is super indirect. This is what separates the average from the professionals, is understanding this. Think about your prospect for a moment and follow this simple process, right? You got first, this is going to be a mess by the time we're done, okay? So just deal with that. First is be in a hurry. If you're on the phone or if you're face-to-face and it comes time to make an invitation, it's important that you're in a hurry. Don't have a lot of time. I got to get moving. I got to go. I got something else I got to do. I'm glad I got a hold of you. I only have a couple minutes. Be in a hurry. Psychologically, this is attractive and it's going to reduce the number of objections. Remember, our goal is education and understanding. So be in a hurry. That's number 1. Number 2 is compliment. Compliment them. And this is also psychological. It's very important because if you're in a hurry, you know, I don't have a lot of time to talk. Now is the time to get into this. I've got to run. I've got a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. That sets the stage really, really well. When it comes to the compliments, find something with your prospect no matter how you're inviting them to whatever, a tool or an event, find something that you can compliment them on because it sets up the dynamic tremendously well. I'll give you some examples that I have here from the Memory Jogger Workbook. And this is also in GoPro. You've been very successful, and I've always respected the way you've done business. You've always been so supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much. You're one of the most connected people I know, and I've always admired that about you. You're one of the most important people in my life, and I really trust your instincts. You have an amazing mind for business, and you can see things other people don't see. I was thinking about who are the sharpest people I know, and I thought about you. You're one of the most positive or energetic people.
So he's giving us different kind of compliments we can use in complimenting our prospects. Remember, he said something. He said, if you are inviting someone, it could be a direct, indirect, or super indirect. We'll still deal with this later. So he said, number one, be in a hurry. Don't make them feel like you have too much time. Then number two, compliment them.
About your prospect for a moment. And follow this simple process, right? You got first, this is going to be a mess by the time we're done, okay? So just deal with that. First is be in a hurry. If you're on the phone or if you're face-to-face and it comes time to make an invitation, it's important that you're in a hurry. Don't have a lot of time. I got to get moving. I got to go. I got something else I got to do. I'm glad I got a hold of you. I only have a couple minutes. Be in a hurry. Psychologically, this is attractive and it's going to reduce the number of objections. Remember, our goal is education and understanding. So be in a hurry. That's number one. Number two is compliment. Compliment them. And this is also psychological. It's very important because if you're in a hurry, you know, I don't have a lot of time to talk. Now isn't the time to get into this. I've got to run. I've got a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. That sets the stage really, really well. When it comes to the compliments, find something with your prospect, no matter how you're inviting them to whatever, a tool or an event. Find something that you can compliment them on because it sets up the dynamic tremendously well. I'll give you some examples that I have here from the Memory Jogger Workbook. And this is also in GoPro. You've been very successful, and I've always respected the way you've done business. You've always been so supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much. You're one of the most connected people I know, and I've always admired that about you. You're one of the most important people in my life, and I really trust your instincts. You have an amazing mind for business, and you can see things other people don't see. I was thinking about who are the sharpest people I know, and I thought about you. You're one of the most positive or energetic people I've ever met. Some people are really closed-minded, which limits their opportunities, but I've always admired the fact that you're open to looking at new things. I need to find someone to poke some holes in something I'm looking at, and absolutely nothing gets past you. You're one of the most health conscious or technology savvy or fashion or beauty conscious, wellness minded, financially intelligent, depending on your company, people I know, and I've always respected that about you. You're one of the smartest people I know. I really trust your judgment. For as long as I've known you, you're one of the best at what you do. Okay? So if you run into somebody, or even cold market, hey, you've given me some of the best service I've ever received. You're very, very sharp. Can I ask what you do for a living? You've made this a fantastic experience, whatever that is. The key to the compliment is just has to be sincere. So once you've made that compliment, and I'm going to start a new page because this is getting messy. I bet you thought this was going to be simple, right? If you're going to be a pro, it takes a little work. Be in a hurry, number one. Number two, compliment. Top earners in network marketing, they might not even train this, but they do this. If you notice, when they get around people, all they do is compliment, compliment, compliment their prospects, their team, every way. It's just part of their way of doing business. And you can see all those different samples. You can even, there's even like a worksheet where you could fill in the blanks of which compliment you want to give to your particular prospect. So that's point number 2. And then point number 3, after the compliment, is we get into the invitation. Hold on. So, and I'll just go through this. This is the setup for the invite, which is direct, indirect, or super indirect. Direct, indirect, or super indirect. So one size doesn't necessarily fit all. So I'm going to give you some of these, and they're in the workbook for you to be able to go through, and they're in GoPro to be able to go through. But direct approaches are good. If you think about your prospects, they're good for people who know you and respect you on some level. Maybe they look up to you a little bit. You could just go direct to them, or you have intimate knowledge of their lives. Okay, so you can go direct to them, like you found a solution. So I'll give you some examples. When you told me you were sick and tired of living in this house, and wanted to move into a new house, were you serious? Or you just kidding around? Were you serious? Or you just kidding around? When you wanted to put your kids in a better school, were you serious? Or you just kidding around? When you wanted to be able to afford that vacation, were you serious? Or you just kidding around? When you told me you wanted to go into business for yourself, were you serious? Or are you just kidding around? When you said you wanted to be an entrepreneur, are you serious? Or just kidding around? You said you want to fire your boss, are you serious? Or are you just kidding around? And they're going to say, I'm serious, right? Great, I think I've got a way for you to solve it, make that happen, et cetera, et cetera. And then we can go into the invite. Another one, direct. I think I got a way for us to boost some cash flow. For us to be able to make some money, boost some cash flow. I found something you really need to see. I'm launching a new business. I want you to take a look at it. When I thought about people who could make an absolute fortune with the business I thought about you. You still looking for a job? You're looking for a different job? I found a way for both of us to start a great business without all the risks. If I told you there was a way to increase your cash flow without jeopardizing what you're doing right now, would you be interested? I've teamed up with a company that's opening or expanding in the area. I talk about that a lot. I use that a lot, which is...
So guys, I'm recording because any script you miss, you can rewatch again. He's giving us different kinds of compliments. He's giving us different kinds of being in a hurry. He's giving us different scripts on how to invite people to watch our video or invite people for Zoom. So thank God I'm recording. I don't want to be repeating, but thank God I'm recording, because at the end, I want us to watch it again. And when you're watching, have your book, be writing different scripts for different things to say on how to compliment people, different things to say on how to be in a hurry, different things to say on how to invite someone to attend Zoom meeting professionally, or get them to watch the video professionally. So let's listen. When I send a record, let's script. That's an assignment today. Let's script down different types of scripts we can use to invite. Remember, the tools of invitation is number 1, being in a hurry, complimenting, then doing a direct or indirect or super indirect invite.
Like, who do you know here in the Las Vegas area? Because my company's just expanding in this area. We're looking for some really sharp people. Okay, so that expansion thing is very helpful. I found something exciting. You're one of the very first people I called. When I thought of love to work with, I thought about you. Would you be open to hearing about what I'm doing? Let me ask you something. Would you be open to diversifying your income, creating some other sources of income? Let me ask you a question off the record. If there was a business you could start part-time from your home that could eventually replace your full-time income, would that be interesting? As you know, I've been on whatever and input your $7. There's not saying you have to get $7 for the. There shouldn't be a $7 anything. Check your junk folder if you haven't received the email for this. So just check it. It should be there. there might be something else you could buy after this, but don't worry about that. Just, okay? And we'll send it to you if you don't have it right now. I mean, make a note. We'll email it out to everybody. So you've got this direct download of this workbook. It's in GoPro. If you got GoPro, open it up. It's in there. I mean, I might not have every single script inside of GoPro, but it's in there. If you have a copy of GoPro in front of you.
Okay, so he's telling us that most of the scripts, all of you that have your GoPro, this is mine. He said it's inside. So most of the script, and it's true, is inside. That's page 39. Different scripts. It's inside. Different scripts on that you can use. Different scripts. Page 39. There are different scripts you can use in GoPro. So get your GoPro, the soft copy is request for it, we're giving it out. Read this book. A lot of scripts on what to do, how to say it is in it. So the soft copy has been given out. If you don't have a request for it, or you go buy the hard copy. The hard copy, you can get it in supermarket, in bookshop.
So anyway, this is some examples of kind of opening up the door to either an event or a tool. So let's talk about indirect. Indirect is something that you're going to use a lot. Direct, you want to make sure that you're not inviting everybody with a direct approach, because you might not have enough credibility to invite some people with a direct approach. You might have to kind of go indirect, kind of side door, front door, side door, back door. Okay, front door is like, hey, I got something for you, and I know you need it. Side door is, yeah, look, I've just started a business. I'm scared to death. Before I get going, I need to practice on somebody friendly. Would you mind if I practice on you? I'm thinking about getting started with a business I can run from my home. Would you help me check it out and see if it's for real? I found a business I'm really excited about, but what do I know? You've got so much experience. Would you look at it for me if I made it easy? And let me know if you think I'm making the right move. A friend told me the best thing I could do when starting a business, have people I respect take a look at it and give me some guidance. Would you be willing to do that for me if I made it simple? For negative and cynical people, you can ask them, listen, I started a business. I really need somebody to help me poke holes in it. Nothing gets past you. Would you be willing to examine it for me? Find out where the catch is. So it's asking for help, guidance, advice, input, wisdom, that critical eye. That indirect is really, really good, okay? So you're in a hurry, you compliment them, then you make the invite, direct, indirect. Let's talk about super indirect. Some people are way too powerful, at least in their own minds.
So he said, when inviting, look at the skeletal structure when inviting, either direct or indirect. He said, if you notice the script he's reading has an element of, please help me look at this. Help me, give me a guidance when you look at this. Advise me on a project, just take a look at it. I need your input on it, something I'm working on. I need your wisdom on something I'm working on. That's what he's trying to say. Okay, so that's the element. So by the time you watch this video again and start reading your GoPro, page 39, that's where it's starting. You understand better and have different scripts you can use in inviting people professionally to watch your video, and they'll watch it, or attend Zoom and they attend, or attend our meeting offline. Remember, you are expected to invite nothing less than 5 persons on our event on Saturday by 11 o'clock. Special gifts await people that invite 5, 10, 15, 20 persons on Saturday by 11 o'clock.
To listen to you. Like if you try to recruit them, they're just going to go, really? You think you're going to be able to recruit me? I'm way too successful. This is silly for you to even have this conversation. So the super indirect approach, front door is direct approach, side door is indirect approach, back door is kind of like, they're never going to see it coming type of situation. So I'll give you some examples. What you're trying to do is set up to them and say, you're not a prospect. This is not for you. You wouldn't be interested, but you know people. And would you help me? That's generally the feel of this. So some scripts here that you'll get either in the book or in the download. The business I'm in clearly isn't for you, but I wanted to ask, who do you know that's ambitious, money motivated, excited about ideas, some more cash flow? Who do you know? Not for you, but who do you know? I know you know people. You're an influential person. Who do you know that might be looking for a strong business they could run from their home? Who do you know that maybe has hit a wall with their business, might be looking for a way to diversify their income? Do you know any sharp people who live in whatever city? Yes? Great. Can I get their name and email address or friend them up on social media or whatever? I've got a business I'm expanding in that area, and I want to see if it might be successful there. I want to get their opinion. Do you know anyone who is involved in a serious job search? I'm working with a company that's expanding in our area. I'm looking for some super sharp people that might be interested in some additional cash flow. Do you know anybody who might fit that description?
So this script,
in most cases, they're going to
this script is for super indirects, for highly successful people. This is how they call it, super indirect to successful people that are already doing well. You are not asking them to come see, but you're asking them if they know people that this kind of project will be good for them. So you're asking them for what? Their own referral of people. And guess what? When you ask them for their own referral of people, they'll say, let me see it first. And when they see it, trust me, they'll be interested.
Ask you for more information, because in the back of their mind, they're going to be thinking about themselves. So ask, you give them the information, and most of them are going to say, yeah, I know some people, but before you sign them up, we're going to have to talk again, because they're going to want to make sure they get in front of the line, in front of those people. So super indirect. There's some people on your chicken list that you can use super indirect with. So as you're thinking about making an invitation on the phone or in person, listen, I'm in a hurry. I got to go. Don't have a lot of time. Give them a compliment, sincere, and then figure out which invite you're going to do based upon that, how that person is in relation to you. Direct, indirect, super indirect. Make sense? Then if it's a tool, if I gave you this link that explained everything that I just described to you, would you watch it? If I would you? If I gave you this video, if I gave you this product, if I gave you this, if I connected you on a three-way call with this person, if I invited you to the special invitation only event, if I would you? Whatever that happens to be. Hurry, compliment, invite, and then if I would you. Got it? If I gave you a DVD, gave you a series of DVDs. I put this out a while ago, but DVDs, it might not be in your arsenal. CDs might not be in your arsenal. There's no place to play them anymore. But we have lots and lots of tools, lots of links. We have this. This is a CD. This is a DVD. This is a movie player. This is everything right here. No problem. All right, cool. So five is a time commitment. When for sure. Which we talked about before. 6 is to confirm. If I call you after that, then for sure. Number 7, this is all in here. Time and number. Number 8, stop talking. Okay. Those are the steps.
So do you see the 8 elements of inviting professionally? Number 1, being in a hurry. There's a script, different scripts of what to say. Number 2, compliment them. Number 3, invite them using either a direct, based on who they are, a direct, indirect, or super indirect. Number 4, pop up the question, if I should give you this video, would you? That is if you want them to watch. If I should book an appointment, a Zoom call with our mastermind, would you? Then time commitment, when for sure, if it's a video. Then confirm if I call you after that, then for sure you must have watched it so that you can tell me what you love best. Or if I should call you after the Zoom meeting with the mastermind, you will tell me what you love best. Then request for a time and number, then stop talking. These are basic skills on how to do what? Invite people. We need to master it. Get your GoPro, your book. The soft copy is available. If it's hard copy, go to supermarket. Go to page 39. You will see different scripts. It's time to get serious at work.
Now, let's kind of role play this for a moment. I call you up. And let's say, I text you first, I get you on the phone, but ultimately I get you on the phone. There's something I got to talk to you about. You got a second? That's how most phone calls happen nowadays, right? Hey, you have a minute for a quick call? Person says, sure. All right, cool. Call them up. Hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but I'm glad I got a hold of you. It's really, really important that we talk. I was thinking about who's the sharpest people I know, and I thought about you. You're like really sharp. You've forgotten more things than I've ever learned. I mean, you know business, you understand things, you just have a unique business mind, and I just really need that business mind. And let's say I'm inviting them to a tool. And let's say I'm using a direct approach. Okay, I'll do all 3. Hurry, compliment, direct approach. You told me before that you were looking to be able to fire your boss and get out on your own. When you talking about that entrepreneurial idea, were you serious? You're just kidding around. You're serious? Well, good. I think I've got a way for you to be able to do it, for you to be able to go start a business without all the risk, to be able to leverage your life and not put everything in jeopardy that you've already got going on. Now, all the information, I've got a link that explains it all. It's a link to like a 20-minute video online. If I send you this link, will you watch it? It'll really matter for you. They say yes. When do you think you can watch it for sure? I'll watch it tonight after work. So if I call you later on tonight, when do you think you'll be done watching it? Oh, 9 o'clock or so. If I call you, is it okay for me to call you between 9 and 10? They say, yeah, sure. Or call me in the morning. If I don't answer, call me in the morning. All right, I'll call you between 9 and 10. You call them at 9:15. What's the best number and time for me to call? What's the best number? Same cell? All right, fantastic. And then stop talking. All right, I'll talk to you either tonight, or if you don't answer, I'll call you in the morning. See you, bye. And you're done. You're done. So same thing with the indirect with a sizzle call. Then let's say, look, I'd probably start with text. Hey, you have a quick second for a call? Yes. Talk to them, say, hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time. Thanks for taking the call. I just wanted to chat with you real quick. And then I'd give them a compliment. And then let's say, on the indirect side, I need your help. I'm looking at a business that I'm really excited about. I'm kind of nervous. I've never kind of gone into business for myself, or this is something totally new for me. I need somebody to kind of help me kick the tires. And there's like a little audio voice message. It's like 7 minutes long that gives an overview of this. Do you have 7 minutes? Would you listen to it for me? Can I put you on it right now? If I can't do it right now, if I give you the number, would you call it and listen to it? It's 7 minutes long. And they say yes. All right, when do you think you can listen to it for sure? I can listen to it the next couple hours. If I call you after that, you'll listen to it for sure. What's the best time and number? Stop talking. Okay, I got to go. Okay, or super indirect, same kind of thing. Listen, do you have a chance to talk? I know you're busy. I'm busy. Get them on the phone. Hey, I know you're busy. I know I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm just getting ready to get on another call. And then give them the compliment because they're a superstar. They're a big shot. And And then make that the invite to them on a super direct approach. Listen, I'm not even talking about you. I know you're too busy, you're too successful, you're too powerful, but I'm expanding a business in this area and I'm looking for some money motivated people that are looking for some additional cash flow. Do you know anybody who's entrepreneurial, strong, ambitious, hungry, and looking for additional cash flow? Because there's a lot of money on the table for somebody who fits that description. And I know you know a lot of people. Well, yeah, I do. And so, but I need to know more about it. Perfect. I've got a video that I could send you a link. It's about 20 minutes long. It explains from top to bottom what this thing's all about. And if you know some people, I'll make it worth your while. If I send you this video, would you watch it? And they'll probably say yes. When do you think you could see it for sure? They'll give you a time. So if I call you after that, you'll see it for sure, right? Yeah, all right, fantastic. What's the best number and time for me to call? Appreciate you taking the time. I gotta go. I know you, oh, see you later. I'll talk to you soon. See what I'm saying? So this little process, direct, indirect, super indirect, will work for you. It takes a little bit of practice. Now there's a combination of utilizing text, utilizing in person, and utilizing phone in order to be able to make this happen. But the key to this, inviting to a tool, the key to this is the confirmation process. Question, 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 question. Those 4 questions. Most people just go, they're not in a hurry. They have all the time in the world. They don't compliment. They just do this. They say, will you watch my video? Will you listen to my audio? Will you read my brochure? Will you sample? Will you try my product? And they forget the rest of this stuff. And what happens is you haven't built rapport. You haven't made a commitment. If I ask you to watch, if you hear me something, say, please watch it. You know what the chances of me watching it are? Really, really low, like 2%. I got a lot of stuff going on. But if you say, hey, Mr. Warrior, if I give this to you, would you watch it? And now it's a question. Now I'm giving a commitment.
Do you hear that? When you tell people, please watch this, they won't, 80% will not watch. But when you say, please, if I get them to commit to say, yes, I will. Very important. Okay, I'll watch it. When do you think you can watch it for sure? Now I got to answer that question. Now my commitment goes deeper. So if I call you after that, Mr. Worry, will you watch it for sure? Okay, you got it. What's the best number and time for me to call? Call me at 10 o'clock. Call myself. All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot. Bye. Now I'm in. Now I got to do it. And I wasn't gonna when they're just going to send me a link. But when they follow this process, I'm kind of stuck. Okay. So let's do this. We've been going for a while, and we're going to go for a while longer on this and on text message. But I hope this has been helpful for you to kind of professionalize the process and help you get through this. It's not as it's like 3 sections. This is the first section. This is the second section. The first section is just the setup. Second section is the invite, and then this is just all confirmation. That's all you're doing, is you're confirming, and you're finishing the deal. So setup, invite, confirmation is the process. I know it says 8 steps, but it's really 3 steps. Setup, invite, confirmation. Okay? All right, let's take a break. We'll be back at the top of the hour. All right, enjoy it. Okay, so beautiful. So that's the end of second episode of inviting. How many of us learned something? As in what you learned, as in you learned a lot today. You've seen the reason why sometimes when you invite people, they are not showing up. Yeah? How many of us? Let me stop the record because I know the record will be a little bit long, but